Yeah. You know what it is. Better late than never. So I make sure it's never. You feel me? Better late. You know what it is, man. It's episode 220 of that Victory Talk podcast. We got a lot we want to cover. Show you how to be more productive so you can get some more money. Give you some fucking fitness advice. Help you get ripped and shredded so you can stop being a fat fuck. Let's start the show. Yeah. You know what it is. It's your boy, Big Brandon Carter. Oh, what's going on? Okay, there we go. What? Okay, there we go. It's acting funny. My sound effects. I don't know what that's about. It's a matrix attack. It's a goddamn matrix attack. That's what that is. Yo, anyway, man, it's your boy, Brandon Carter. This is Victory Talk Podcast. I am your host, Big Brandon Carter, King Keto, the king of ketosis, Gymnasium Jesus. Jesus. Damn, y'all see my arms? Jesus. It's intimidating. Don't be scared. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. Some of y'all were frightened. Man. Hopefully your girls wasn't watching. She might have to step aside and start DJing. Cutting and scratching. You know what I'm saying? Mixing and cutting. Hey, anyway, Gymnasium Jesus. Jesus de Gimnasio para mi gente. And the Southside Savior. Listen, I'm not alone though. I'm joined by the beast from the Middle East, Nima, the podcast. You know what it is.
I should start claiming the nickname.
Yeah, man. We'll come up with some. That was the best I can come up with.
It might backfire, though.
It might backfire. Yeah, if I was you. Okay, maybe not the beast from the Middle East. Maybe we can call it the bomb from Iran. Yeah, what do we call you that?
That's going to fire immediately.
The bomb from Iran? No?
That got worse.
I like that one. Listen, we'll let the chat decide. What do y'all like? The beast from the Middle East or the bomb from Iran? We know y'all ain't never had no bombs. All right. Hey. It's not a sausage fest in this bitch. We also got Minovia, you know what I'm saying? My the Dominican Princess Jasmine, you know what I'm saying? Queen, if I'm King Keto, man, she got to be Queen Plantain. I think that's what we go. That's gonna be her victory name, Queen Plantain. She be cooking goddamn bananas for breakfast. I'm like, what the fuck is this big ass banana doing?
We gotta come up with something better.
What?
We gotta come up with something better than that.
Nah, I think it's Queen Plantain. That's it, man. Cause you wasn't boiling bananas this morning.
Every morning, but that doesn't ring off the tongue. No.
I ain't never seen no shit like that till she moved in boiling bananas. Anyway, we got a great show for you today. We got a lot we want to cover. We're gonna talk about how you can be more productive, get more done, make more of this motherfucking money, right? Help you get motherfucking fit So people stop laughing at you. You know, you stop getting shoved in lockers and shit. And we're going to show you how to get some cash from the stock market with the market update. But first we got some sponsors. The first sponsor is Victory Trades. So this weekend, next Wednesday, not tomorrow, but the following Wednesday, we're doing another live training where I'm going to show you how to make money trading futures. All right. I've been making a lot of money trading futures. All right. It's not tomorrow. It's August 6th we're talking about. Right. At 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Links in the description. Yo, if you ever wanted to make money trading, you should check out this training. It's going to be lit. It's going to be crazy. And you know, we in Victory Trades, we've had a lot of people making a lot of money, man. We've had a lot of people making money with Victory Trades, and we're going to show you how you can do the same. And the beauty of it is we're going to show you how to do it without having a lot of money, right? Because I use funding prop firms. Basically, how it is you get funded accounts, and you have to pass what's called an evaluation phase. And once you pass the evaluation phase, you can start trading with their money instead of yours. That's fucking amazing, right? So you need like $50 to get you a funded account. And basically we'll show you how to trade futures, but also you can trade futures with us. Like this morning, I was sharing my screen with everybody, telling them when to enter, and motherfuckers made money trading with me this morning, me and the team, right? We've helped a lot of people pass the evaluation phase, and now they're trading with their money. Not their money. They're trading with the prop firm's money. And you keep like 90% of the money that you make once you pass the evaluation phase and you start trading with their money. You can start trading with us. We're going to show you how to do it next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there or be square. All right. Links in the description. Also, that weren't enough. Now this is a product. We're about 2 weeks away from bringing this to market. This is a product called Thought Repellent. All right. Now this is something we've been talking about for a while, but it's the easy to apply spray to keep the hose away. So let's say you're a handsome baller, muscular baller with a bald head, wearing like over $250,000 worth of jewelry and shit, walking around Miami. What do you think is gonna happen? No, obviously you're not gonna get robbed. Motherfuckers don't want to die over some fucking jewelry, right? But like people, you're gonna get approached by women, and some of them is thoughts. And so you got to repel the thoughts, especially if you start making money trading the way we're gonna show you how on Wednesday. Next Wednesday, not this one, right? You're gonna need thought repellent. And we've been working on this for a while, man. Nima has been spearheading this, him and his team of Iranian scientists, right? So we produced it in Irania, and or Iran, if we want to be politically correct. And we're about 2 weeks away from having this ready to market, but we need your help. All right. All your super chats go towards the development of Thought Repellent. We got the recipe, the formula. Now we need to bring it to market. We need your help. All right. I could just do it myself. Right. And that's what I did from me. But I wanted to bring it to y'all. You know how much it costs to pay some Iranian scientists to stop making bombs for a minute and work on this? A lot of money. And here's the thing. If we don't get this out, then they might have to go back to them scientists might have to go back to what they was doing. Nobody wants that. So you can not only save yourself from thoughts, you save us from World War III. All right. Yeah. Yeah. And I think there's a hero who's already contributed to the fund. Let's acknowledge this brother.
We have Leo.
Mhm.
Yo, Unc, what's the update on Section A with the homie Tom Cruise?
What you mean? Like, yeah, I got some cribs, man. You know what I'm saying? And I got some poor boys in there. It's dope. I haven't been concentrating as much because I've been doing so well trading, but I'm gonna stack up some money and I'm gonna go harder maybe towards the end of the year, add some more units. Nima got some units. Tell them about it, Nima. And they in America.
I got two.
You got 2 sections. You put some poor boys in there yet?
Yes.
Yeah, and he
I
put some
bought them.
broke bastards in there, and the government is paying their rent and Nima's mortgage. Man, shout out to Nima.
Let's go. Yep.
That's the update. Yo, before we get started with it, I want to tell y'all a story. Quick little story time. I used to work security at the Prada store. Sometimes they had me in the one at Fifth Avenue, across the street from the Gucci store in Manhattan. But most of the time I was at the flagship Prada store in Soho, you know, and it was me and the homie white boy Brian. He was working in, sometimes he'd be in the front of the store and I would be at the back entrance. And we would like, I don't know how to say this without it sounding fucking gay as hell. We would switch sometimes. But this time I was in the back pause of the store. That sounded gay as hell. Can you say gay as hell on YouTube?
I guess we're about
to find out.
Yep.
We're about to find out. Now, I'm in the back making sure nobody steals shit. Allegedly, if they stole some shit, I wouldn't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I was a bad security guard. I didn't guard shit, and I didn't keep no one secure. Anyway, I'm in the back entrance, standing there, chilling, you know, and I see these guys approaching. One of them has a hoodie, and he's super short, and then this other guy's like humongous with him, right? It looked like they were both African American. And it looked like a Kevin Hart size motherfucker, and and just a huge motherfucker walking with him. Right? They walk in. The big ass motherfucker opens the door. No, I open the door, but the big ass motherfucker grabs the door. Whatever. We both open the door for the little motherfucker. And as he walks in, I realize this Kanye West. It's Kanye West, and as soon as I recognize that it's Yeezy, this is back in 2008. Yeah, say it's 2008 and 2008, 2009, right? And soon I realized Yeezy. I'm like, oh shit, what's up, nigga? I'm from Chicago too, nigga, Southside kind of girl, and Kanye West looked at me and said, yo, calm down, man. Relax. Chill out. I want you to understand how crazy that is. When Kanye West tells you, hey, man, you need to relax. You get what I'm saying? That would be like, I don't even have an equivalent, man. When someone that crazy, a professional crazy person tells you doing too much. That wasn't lost upon me. And the thing is, Mr. West was not trying to like make fun of me or belittle me. He's like almost like he wanted me to relax so I would stop embarrassing myself for a minute. Like almost like he was trying to save me. Like he just went, hey, you got to stop, man. This ain't a good look. You look crazy right now. That's what he didn't say that, but that's what his tone said. Yo, man, you doing too much, man. Just relax. Take it easy, you know? And that's how I feel watching our president trying to distract us from the Epstein file with all this Obama shit. Share my screen, Nima. This is the leader of the free world. My man has his hands on the nukes and he's posting memes of him chasing Obama. It's like, nigga, Release the Epstein files, man. We don't care about some shit Obama may have did fucking 20 years ago, man. Release the Epstein files, nigga. Right? This motherfucker's doing everything in his power to distract us from him not wanting to release the Epstein's files, man. And I legit remember our other crazy motherfucker. Even if Obama is guilty, nigga, release the Epstein files. Shut the fuck up, man. That shit happened mad long ago, nigga. You not releasing the Epstein files now is a distraction, man. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all give a fuck more about? Obama saying some Russia shit or us finding out what happened to them kids on that island? What's more important? Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's it gives credence to what our other crazy rich billionaire friend Elon Musk said when he said that Trump was in them files, man. Remember when they had beef and said, yo, man, he ain't gonna release him because Trump was in them files, man. It's a distraction, man. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it, man. I seen a lot of fucking Republicans. What's that motherfucker? That motherfucker Charlie. That motherfucker was like, before he was like, yo, man, we gotta release the Epstein files. And then the motherfucker said, and then he said, hey, I trust my friends in the administration. Release the Epstein's files, man. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Oh, I think we got another super chat. Then we're gonna get into the teaching for today.
We have Andres for thought repellent and thank you for all the work you do.
Hey, man. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you, brother. How'd you say his name?
Andres.
How come when people say Latino names, they use the accent? Like you don't talk with a Latina accent. You sound like a chick from New York normally, but then when you said his name, man, you sounded like you sounded like you grew up with a mango tree in your backyard. What's that about?
Nobody ever taught me how to say Andres.
Andres.
That sounds wrong. That sounds
Nah,
wrong.
that's right. It's right there. Andres.
The same way
Not
we say your name,
Andres.
Brandon.
Whatever, man.
Let's start calling you Brandon.
Yeah, that's how motherfuckers say my name. I get in an Uber to say Brandon. I'm like, yeah, I guess, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Brandon. That's how they say it every time, man. Like, sure, motherfucker. Shut up. Hey, let's learn how to get productive, man. Let's talk about it. Run it again. I need it one more time. I'm sorry. You ain't been getting shit done. Long time. You ain't as productive as you need to be to accomplish your goals. We're going to fix that today. I'm going to give you the productivity masterclass. I'm going to show you all the productivity hacks and tricks I use to go from being broke as hell to making my first million and beyond. All right. This is very important, man, because if you can't be productive, then you can't produce. It's in the name, right? So here's some of the productivity hacks, right? That'll help. So let's get right into it. Here are some of the productivity hacks I used to make my first million. And if you do this, I promise you, this time next year, you have accomplished all your goals and then some. And you'll have me to thank for it. And that's all I want. I'm gonna give you all the game because all I want for you is to attribute your success to me. I'm a machine that runs off your praise. All right, let's get it. Number one, the first thing you need to do is you need to say no to almost everything. See, here's the thing. The most productive people I know, people who accomplish the most productive people I know or have ever met, right? They're not doing things they're not just doing things that you're not doing. They're more importantly, they're not doing things that you are doing, right? It's a form of addition through subtraction. It's about cutting the dead weight, raising the anchors, so you can sail off to victory. So when I was working on making my first million, that meant saying no to almost everything else. Meaning you figure out what the priorities are. What are the things that will help you accomplish your goals? And it's probably only a few things that will really help you accomplish your goals. And you need to focus on them and ignore almost everything else. So when I was working on, so I did that to make my first million. And this meant, this is extreme. Right? But this meant I wasn't watching TV shows. I wasn't going to movies. I wasn't watching basketball or football or any other sports. And you know how difficult that is for me because I'm black. I'm genetically predisposed to loving basketball and football. No random hookups, no clubbing, no video games. It was head down focus. Because I was dead set on accomplishing this goal. You see, because the number one way to know if you are on the path to accomplish your goals is when people say you're crazy, right? Because what I'm talking about looks like insanity to everyone else, right? They're going to say, you start behaving like this, people are going to say, oh, you're doing too much. You're working so hard. You need to relax. Everything in moderation. And these are all the battle cries of mediocrity, right? Because you're watching this video because you want to be extremely successful, right? You don't want to be a regular motherfucker doing regular shit. You want to be extremely successful, and extreme success requires extreme action. There's no way around that. Extreme success requires extreme action. I mean, even if you're doing crime, you got to be extreme for extreme success. And like you just knocking over corner stores doing regular crime, but Bernie Madoff, he stole billions, but he was going super hard, right? And I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying, if you're smart, the problem with doing crime is if you're smart enough to do crime, then you're probably smart enough to make it legit as well, right? So we want to do everything legally, but extreme success requires extreme actions. And extreme actions look fucking insane to regular motherfuckers who do regular shit. So if people are not saying that you're crazy, bonkers, insane, doing too much, obsessed, workaholic, if you're not hearing this from your friends and loved ones, then you're probably not on the path to success, right? You're probably not on the right path. And this is not for everyone. Honestly, this kind like extreme success is not for anyone. What? Oh, okay. Extreme success is not for everyone. All right. And it doesn't mean that you're better than them or they're worse than you. Y'all just have different goals. And people with different goals have to have different behaviors to accomplish their goals. They want to make just enough. They want to live good and have fun doing it. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But you are watching this video because you want extreme success. It's going to require extreme actions. And the first thing you have to do is say no to almost everything. Now people are gonna say you switched up, you're gonna lose friends, family's gonna be mad at you. I went through all of that shit. You know, girlfriends are gonna break up with you. Yeah, I went through all of that shit. And I do it again in a heartbeat. But not everybody's willing to do that, right? Because it's a sacrifice. The problem is, here's the thing. If you don't sacrifice for your goals, then your goals become the sacrifice. But you're making a sacrifice either way. Make no mistake. You're making a sacrifice either way. You just have to pick. Do you want to sacrifice your goals or do you want to sacrifice the other shit? And you don't have to do it forever, right? Because once you get success, it's easier to keep it. But to get there is going to take what I'm talking about, right? So you got to say no to almost everything and almost every day. No, not almost everything. You got to say no to almost everything every day, right? So there's a great book I read a long time ago, like when I was on the path to making my first million. It's called The One Thing. And it was written by a dude who was worth about $100 million at the time it was written. I'm assuming he had some assets and investments. They probably went way up since then, right? He might be close to a Billy right now, you know? And he said, what you need to do is figure out what your goal is and then figure out what is the one thing that if you did it, it would make all the other goals, all the other things you want to accomplish easier or unnecessary. All right. You have to figure that out. Now, I'm not saying you have to have multiple goals, but your goals have to be congruent. Right. But you got to figure out what's the one goal that if you accomplish it, everything would be easier or unnecessary. And I don't know what that is for you. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish. Right. But there is something that if you did it, it would become easier. Everything would become easier or unnecessary. For me, at first, it was like, okay. The first thing is like, okay, if I get enough clients, then I can quit this job. So I'll put everything into that, right? Getting enough clients to quit my job. Right. And once you find out what that one thing is, in the book, he says, work on that one thing for 4 hours a day, right? 4 hours a day. That's the minimum. You got to find this thing and work on it 4 hours a day. Now, what does that mean? You might be thinking, man, how am I going to get 4 hours a day? How am I going to get 4 hours a day? You've heard me say this in other videos, but you ain't rich yet, which means you ain't been doing it. All right. So you got to plan every hour of every day in your calendar. And I started doing this. Here's the thing. If you get one thing from me, if you remember one thing from me your whole life, let it be this. Plan every hour of every day in your calendar. Right. This is step 2. Video editors, put this on the screen. Step 2, plan every hour of every day in your calendar. All right. And so here's what my calendar looks like even now. Right. Look at yesterday. You motherfuckers ain't getting it like this, man. Look at today. It's like 30 minutes of white space, man. White space is where the devil lives. Right. You know, no white space. Right. And then you look at now there's white space on these days coming up, but that's going to get filled up between now and then, right? And it's even I even have when I'm gonna go to sleep, when I'm gonna wake up, right? It's every hour of every day is scheduled. I have videos on how to do this, right? But here's what's gonna happen: you start scheduling every hour of every day. Do it for a week. Do it for a week. It'll be the most productive week of your life. If you do it for 90 days, I promise you, everyone in your life after 90 days will be like, wow, how'd you accomplish all this shit? Right? You got to put everything in there, right? Your workouts, when you're going to go to sleep, when you're going to wake up. I got when I'm going to eat in this motherfucker. I plan all of that shit. Right? And if the plan's going to move around, like the way, like if I look at today, I know it didn't start off looking like this, but I moved shit around. The shit, just some shit I could have moved around, moved it around. It didn't start off like this, right? But what you do is, once you start planning this like this, man, I'm telling you, you're going to be so productive, right? And here's the thing. Remember I said in the book, The One Thing, written by the motherfucker who was worth $100 million. He said, figure out what that one thing is and schedule 4 hours of it each day, right? So this is step number 3, video editors. Nima got a team of motherfucking I don't know who these people are. I don't know if it's a bunch of fucking children living in a cave in Iran. Fucking bomb shelter. I don't know what he's got going on. I don't want to know because it might be nefarious. I want to have plausible deniability from this video sweatshop he have. Hey, but kid, this is step number 3. Put it on the screen. Put it on the screen. My boy got a video sweatshop. Bunch of Iranian kids making this shit for bread. They work for bread to feed their families. All right. Number 3. Schedule 4 hours. Once you find out what your one thing is, schedule 4 hours of it in your calendar, right? And you have to schedule, it doesn't have to be 4 consecutive hours. You might have to find an hour or 2 in the morning. Maybe you can step away in the afternoon and get some more, but it's 4 hours on your goal. The one thing that'll really move the needle on your goal, you need to schedule 4 hours of that shit every day. And here's the thing. When I say every day, I mean that quite literally, right? When I say schedule every hour of every day, when I say every day, I mean that literally. I can't stress this enough because motherfuckers will be like, man, I do it most days. Man, I do it a lot. No, nigga, every day. I'm talking motherfucking Christmas, your birthday, your baby mama's birthday, Jesus's birthday. That's the same thing as Christmas. But it's so important. I said it twice, You know what I'm saying? Nima, I know y'all consider him a great prophet, which is cool too. Man. Anyway, edit that out, kid. And and let's get serious. I mean every day, right? And here's the thing. I once read a book. One of my favorite books is called The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. And legend has it, the author of The Secret read that book and it inspired her to write her version of it, right? But she left something out. No less than 50 times in that book, Wallace D. Wattles said, do all that can be done each day, right? Let me repeat that. Do all that can be done each day. You get what I'm saying? Like all that can be done. Let's break that down. Do all that can be done is working at what capacity? As much as you can. And how do you do that if you don't plan it? Look at this calendar, right? This is what I'm talking about. This is doing all that can be done each day. Capacity, motherfucking. Working at capacity, right? So there's that part. Then it's each day. Yeah, each day. You know what I'm saying? I didn't start doing this week. I've been doing it every day. Do all that can be done each day. If you do that, if you didn't watch anything in this video and you just did all that can be done each day and planned every hour of every day in your calendar, there's no way you would fail at whatever you're trying to accomplish. Honestly, you won't fail. I guarantee you won't fail. I don't care. As long as what you're doing is like within the fucking laws of physics and reality. You know what I'm saying? Like if you a fucking midget and you say, man, I did all I can do each day and I ain't in the NBA. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No, you're right, man. You got me there, shorty. Got me there, midget. You know what the fuck I mean, bitch, nigga. All right. If your shit is real, is within the realm of reality, you will not fail if you do all that can be done each day. You have to do, the only way you can do that is by managing your time. This is how you weaponize time and use it to your advantage. You get what I'm saying? Right? This is critical. This is critical. Right? So we're going to say no to almost everything. We're going to plan every hour of every day in our calendar. And we're going to be make sure we have 4 hours each day, motherfucking Saturdays and Sundays too, bitch nigga. Every day, 4 hours devoted on the one thing that will help you accomplish your goals. All right. I suggest you read those books as well. The One Thing and The Science of Getting Rich. All right. So we gotta make sure we schedule every hour of every day. Now, when we're working during those 4 hours, a lot of times it's called deep work. Those 4 hours, a lot of times it's called deep work. Based off, well, it's over here somewhere. Deep Work. One of my favorite books. One of my favorite. Oh. Deep Work. One of my favorite books. Well, now in this book, he talks about actually concentrating when you're working. And he said this 4 hours, 4 hours comes up again. He said 4 hours seems to be the limit for deep work. What is deep work? Deep work is concentrating on one task single-handedly, right? Doing nothing else, right? How do we do that? Well, that's step number 4. Step number 4 is create an interruption-free zone. What does that look like? What does that look like? Well, if you don't need to be on your phone for whatever your deep work is, right? Then maybe you put your phone on airplane mode. I've put my phone in other rooms. Sometimes when I'm working, to this day, when I'm working on something, I'll put my phone in the bathroom. And you know, when it could be something like that. Or a lot of times I had to do stuff on social media. You might have to as well. And what I did was, man, I got a second phone, right? And nobody had the number to this shit. Nobody had the number. And so I had 2 phones. I had a personal phone and a work phone. And the personal phone, boom, I put that away when I was working during my deep work hours. And when I was with my friends or family, I put my business phone away, right? This way I was concentrating. What you don't want to be doing is doing business shit while you with your girl, business shit while you eating dinner with your mama, right? You want to be present when you're with your loved ones, especially because you rationing out the time you spend with these motherfuckers, right? Because you're planning it. You planning the time you spend with your loved ones as well. Right? So you don't have to do that now, because now we got these things called focus modes on iOS. I have an Android phone as well. I have both. I don't live a life of scarcity. I just got both. And not one of them gas station Android phones, you know. Now some Boost Mobile flip Android shit. Like I got like the fucking Galaxy S5 shit, you know, with the, you know, the gangster shit. But I'm sure there's some sort of focus mode on that. I ain't looked into it. Right. But anyway, if you got an iPhone, I know you can put different focus modes, and I utilize that a lot as well now. So the 2 phones thing is not the same thing, but whatever, some sort of distraction-free zone, right? And only work on those while you're doing your deep work. Only work on that. And the only reason to stop or take a break while you're doing deep work is to fucking urinate. It's to urinate. You should get your shitting done before you do deep work. Go squeeze one out right before, or hold that shit. You're not a baby. You're not a fucking baby. If there are some babies watching this, that motherfucker's gonna grow up to be successful. He's starting off really early. Good for you, little nigga. See you at the top. Might be a baby edited in this. Nima with that bullshit. Listen, I don't want to know nothing about it. And you edit that out, kid. I don't want that in the real video. And they ain't got child labor laws in Iran here. Anyway, distraction free zone. Go super fucking hard during that time. Right. And here's how you're going to make sure you go hard during that time. Pause. Step 5. When you're doing your deep work, we need to turn shit up with stimulants, high dose stimulants. I'm talking nicotine, and I'm talking nicotine, and I'm talking caffeine. Now, there's tons of, I'm gonna show you some studies on this. Hold on. You know, but first I should have brought this up. That's why people don't do this shit live. Let me go. Oh, you know what? Nah. Do you post it on YouTube? No. Yeah. Oh shit. All right, let's check it out. Because I gotta log into the gram on this computer and I don't feel like it. Yeah. All right, hold up. Let me show you something, man. Fuck this shit. All right, you know, I'm just gonna go to that. We'll do it later. Yeah, so the homie Andrew Huberman, everyone's favorite white science man, this motherfucker says he takes 800 milligrams of caffeine per day. When I heard that shit, I was like, that's what the fuck I'm talking about, man. Because I take about 1,000 milligrams of caffeine a day. I took 300 before this motherfucking podcast. I took 300 before I started filming this. Matter of fact, y'all never seen me on less than 300 milligrams of caffeine over the last 12 years. Right. And there's a lot of studies that show that it actually helps. For example, bring up this shit, man. Here's a study that shows caffeine improves cognitive abilities. Right? You can go read this shit on your own time, nerd. I'm gonna give you some more. Hold on. Here's a study. Right? If you're worried about focusing and getting distracted, here's a study that shows caffeine enhances sustained attention among adolescents. So it even works for children, according to this study. Maybe you be fucking, you got an IV caffeine dripping in them kids. And is another study showing that, see if I can find it. Caffeine enhances memory and performance in young adults during non-optimal times of day. It does all. Listen, caffeine is a nootropic. It helps you focus. It improves performance in all areas. All areas. I'm telling you, man, you need to up your stimulants when you're doing your deep work. It's going to help you lock in, be more focused, and work faster. Now, I'm not telling you to take 1,000 milligrams of caffeine like me, or even 800 like Huberman. You got to assess your tolerance. Some of y'all might only need 100. Y'all might have, you might weigh less than me. Maybe you might not be a 210-pound, 6'2" black man. So maybe you can't have as much caffeine as me, but you need some caffeine. I'm telling you, you're doing yourself a disservice if you're not taking caffeine before your deep work hours. So this is going to be during those 4 hours when you're focusing on your one thing. But then you need nicotine as well. You need nicotine. Let me show you something. So first I need to talk about how you're going to take nicotine. I'm not telling you to smoke cigarettes, right? I'm not telling you to do that because smoking is bad for you. That's well established. No one's out here debating that, right? But nicotine is a nicotine alone is a potent cognitive enhancer. It gives you more energy, more focus, more concentration. But you can't smoke it like cigarettes, man. You got to get it some other way. A lot of people will do nicotine gum where they're working. Or maybe one of them nicotine lozenges, the Nicorette shit. Some people pop Zins. You know, Zins, that's the thing that, you know, some people like, a lot of young people like Zins when they're doing. Me, I don't like to do anything to get my nicotine. I don't like to do anything to get my nicotine. So I just slap on a nicotine patch when I'm working. I got a nicotine patch on right now. Matter of fact, y'all may have never seen me without one. I'm always kind of wearing a nicotine patch. Sometimes I'll take nicotine patch and pop some Zins, you know, if I want to really turn up. But I have a higher tolerance than you, right? So I get, you can start at 1, which is the strongest one, or you can start at the lowest one. But nicotine patch, and here's why. Nicotine is not bad for you. Okay, that's the thing. When nicotine itself is not bad for you, it's smoking that's bad for you, right? So here's a study that shows. Oh, this is a good one. Hold on, wait. Oh no, that one's from. So this is from Oxford, and it says nicotine improves working memory via some shit I don't want to try to read, right? Then there's another one, another study. Effects of nicotine on brain activation during performance and working memory tasks, right? So basically what it's saying, what this study says is that all the shit I've been saying, motherfucker, right? Let me give you some more, man, just so you don't know. Because you're really doing yourself a disservice if you're not taking it to the next level. See if I can find this. Here's another PubMed article. Basically, nicotine effects on cognitive effects on nicotine, and it just talks about how much it helps with cognitive performance. Now, some bitch ass motherfucker is about to say, he's thinking of typing if he hasn't typed it already. Man, I don't need stimulants to do this. I don't need caffeine. I don't need nicotine. I don't need it. It's not about what you need, bitch. Right? It's not about what you need. Only thing you need is food, water, and shelter. Everything else is optional, right? We're talking about optimization, right? It's not about what you need. It's about what's going to make you the best. And the studies show all humans perform better on these stimulants, you know? Now, I know a lot of people will take a lot of people take Adderall. The problem with Adderall is it's basically pharmaceutical grade speed. It's an amphetamine, and it's more addictive than nicotine or caffeine. Believe that, you know? And you don't feel the same after. Sometimes if you take a lot of Adderall, you might not feel the same after. You're kind of like robbing your future for today with Adderall. So I don't necessarily advise Adderall. But honestly, it depends on how hard you need to go. I got an emergency stash of Adderall that was prescribed to me by a doctor, you know, but I got an emergency, like if shit hits the fan, I got an emergency stash of Adderall. Sometimes you got to go. Sometimes it's go mode. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you need to be highly stimulated to get the most out of your deep work. Because it's not about exactly what you do. It's also about how well you do it. And these stimulants will take it to the next level. Caffeine, nicotine. I wear a patch. All my white friends pop Zins. All right. Whatever works. Zins for the whites, patch for the blacks. I just came up with that just now. I'm pretty good. All right. But you also, here's the thing. This is where this is important. You also need to prioritize your health. That might sound kind of ironic after I just told you to fucking get hyped up on nicotine and caffeine, right? But just hear me out. A lot of times people will go hard. I'm going so hard. And they don't get enough sleep, or they don't work out, or they don't watch what they eat. They use that as an excuse to eat whatever and get fat. And the problem with that is getting fat, not sleeping, eating bullshit. What that does is it makes you less productive. Now, at that point, you are going to need the stimulants, right? But if you don't need the stimulants and you take them, now you're Superman, right? If you need the stimulants and take them, then you're regular, right? So we don't want to get the regular. We're talking about fucking hyper optimizing our shit. So we need to make sure that our body's in tip top shape as well. I hope that makes sense. It's kind of like if you got erectile dysfunction and you take some Cialis, it's going to make you a regular motherfucker. But if you don't have erectile dysfunction and you take Cialis, now you got erectile super function. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now you done took the limited. Now you done gave your dick the limitless pill. I say all that to say we need to prioritize our health. And what does that mean? You have to get 7 or 8 hours of sleep, depending on how much you need, right? Those are recommendations. I'm good on 7 hours of sleep. But my girlfriend, she needs about 9-10 hours of sleep, like a cat, like a little house cat, you know? And that's fine, right? You do what you do, right? But if you look at if we go back to my calendar, let me bring it up. You see, I have the time I go to sleep, right? And I got the time I wake up. Boom. I got the wake up time, right? Right. And it's about 7 hours. You know what I'm saying? 7 hours, because that's what I need. I know it's optimal for me, but everybody's different. The only reason I know that is because I track my sleep with my Oura ring. Right. And I'm really good at sleeping. Sleep is one of the things I do best. Right. So I make sure I get enough sleep, but I get sleep so I can do all this other shit. Like, look how hard I'm working, man. Ain't no fucking rest in that calendar. Ain't no time to fucking chill, except for the 2 meditation sessions I got, the 2 15-minute meditation sessions I got each day. All right. And that's it. You know, you gotta put your sleep in there, right? You got to still make sure you work out. I got my workouts in there on my calendar, right? I got workouts right there. I make sure I work out at least an hour a day. I'll make sure I work out at least an hour a day, because, man, this is like a Ferrari or a Maserati. My body's like a Ferrari, a Maserati, a Lamborghini, a Rolls Royce, a Bugatti. Right. So I need to treat it as such. This is a high performance vehicle. Like my soul, is inside a high performance vehicle. That's my body. You know what I'm saying? So I also make sure that I'm eating right. I'm eating clean. I mean, no junk food. No junk food. I ain't had a cheat day in 2 years because it slows me down. And then I'm not as productive. Right. But because my diet is phenomenal, tip top shape, I got mad energy. Without the stimulants. Then when I put the stimulants on top of it, boom. Now I'm Superman. You know what I'm saying? Super black man. And okay, Black Panther. You have to schedule every hour of every day in your calendar. Right? You know what I'm saying? I'm like Black Panther when I put the motherfucking stimulants on it. Y'all been taking stimulants just to be regular because you're not making your health a priority. Like without stimulants, I'm running circles around you niggas, right? Because I make sure I get enough sleep. I make sure I eat a fucking super my diet is super clean and dialed in. And I work out every day, right? Now, here's the thing about the diet. The reason you want, not only is having your diet clean gonna make you look better, but you got to think, man, is listen, your body is where your soul lives. You live in your body. What kind of machine is it, right? Is it a Bugatti? Is it a Lambo? Is it a Rolls Royce Phantom? Or is it a motherfucking or is it a motherfucking old ass Chevy with the bumper hanging off? Right? You hear is one of the motherfucking cars, you hear the screech every time you hit the brakes. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing, if you got one of these high performance cars, you can't go to the gas station and put regular fuel in that. You put regular fuels in the Civic. You put that ultra premium unleaded shit, that ultra premium shit in the Bugatti. You know what I'm saying? You can't put regular gas in that shit. You can't put regular fuel in your body if you want to run it like that. If you want your body to run like a high performance machine, honestly, straight up, right? A lot of this is a big foundation. So it's like health, eating right. It's not just vanity. When you see me weighing my food and make sure my shit is on point and going to the gym, it's not just to look better than you. That's a happy side effect. The main reason is so I can work harder because I'm treating myself like a high performance machine. Now, if you want more okay, wait a minute, did I miss anything? Or is this a great segue? Right? And honestly, that shit needs to be in calendar. When you're going to eat, when you're going to work out, when you're going to sleep, right? I'm planning every hour of every day in the calendar. You get what I'm saying? If you do these things for 90 days, your whole life will change. I promise you. If you do it for a year, you will run circles around the competition. Motherfuckers won't be able to compete with you. Like, let me ask you a question. Would you want to, if you had to compete with somebody, would you want to compete with the motherfucker who's got his calendar dialed in? He's planning every hour of every day. He makes sure he sleeps 7-8 hours a night, right? He's only eating clean, so he has enough energy. And when he does get to work on his goals, he's fucking hyped up on enough stimulants to kill a baby, right? Is that the motherfucker you want to compete with? Why don't you make sure that motherfucker is you? Right? Why don't you make sure that motherfucker is you? If you do that, you will be so productive that it feels illegal. All right. Here's the thing. If you want to, sorry, take him to the other video. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Listen. Listen, that's what I did to make my first $1 million. And I made my first $1 million as an online trainer, right? Training people online, helping them get great results. And that was over 10 years ago. And since then, I've actually been teaching people how to grow online. And over the last 5 years, I've been teaching people how to grow their online fitness business. And I've helped over 15,000 people grow their online fitness business. Some of them have made millions of dollars. Not all, but some. But thousands of them have got to 6 figures a year. If you want to learn more about that, see if that's something that you're interested in or learn how to do it, I got a free ebook called The 10 Commandments of Online Training. The link is in the description. Go check it out. All right. Yo, I think we got some super chats and then we're going to bring in the money man to talk about the market update. I think that was a good one. I think I did that really well. Honestly, like if I it was to look back and review my performance, I'd be like, damn, I'm good at this shit. What we got?
We have Gap Tooth Games.
Okay.
Video's been helping a lot, fam. Keep pushing.
Hey, man. I will. Thank you. What else you got?
We have Abel Molina. Jesus de Gimnasio, I'm quitting my job to go all in on the business.
Oh, all right, cool, man. That's what's up. Let's go. My man's got to burn the boats. Let's get. Hey, man, listen. Let's talk about getting some money with the homie Young Candlestick in the market update. Gregory, what it do, player? Listen, you got any questions about any stocks, ETFs, cryptocurrencies, bonds, high yield savings, whatever, man. Leave a super chat. Greg answered. Greg just passed his Series 65. You know what it is. Let's go. He's here with it, man.
What's
going
good,
on with that market, Playboy?
There's a lot going on, but first I want to comment on your shirt. It's very vibrant. I enjoy the color.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. My girlfriend picked it out.
Ah, she has excellent tastes.
Yeah.
Well, the S&P 500, it just keeps.
She does. Look at the man she picked.
I agree.
She knows. You know what I'm saying? It's a woman. Let's keep going.
No. I completely agree. She's got good taste. I follow her on Instagram. She's got.
Yeah, you do. Hey, what the fuck? No, I'm just kidding.
I know.
The fuck you say?
The S&P 500. We got the market making all-time highs, and today we actually have a bearish engulfing candle. Now it's not super bearish. The market's still kind of in chop mode. It's still in risk on mode. Basically, I think the best way to play this market environment is just dollar cost average. That just means buy a little bit every week, whatever you can. $50, $100, $200. And then if the RSI, the relative strength index, that's this indicator down here, if this ever gets oversold, so that means if it gets down below 30 or lower, that's where you can invest a little bit more. So if you do dollar cost averaging and invest a little bit more when it gets oversold on the daily and the weekly time frame, you can really make it out well in the market in the long run. Like, it's a simple strategy, doesn't require a lot of timing the market, and you can build a lot of wealth. So
listen, I mean, even if you're trading, even if you're doing wild stuff like us, you should still dollar cost average in the S&P 500. Like, honestly, you should still do that. Like, I dollar cost average in the S&P 500, I dollar cost average in the Bitcoin, and as well as all the other trading stuff we do. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, no matter what you're doing, you should be dollar cost averaging in the S&P 500 and probably Bitcoin as well.
A lot of brokerage apps, they allow you to just set auto investments. Just let it take care of it for you. Don't put too much thinking into it. Just set it to automatic invest, and you're going to build a lot of wealth over a few months or years. Even if the market tanks, like, you're still going to have that cash. And if you're willing to hold it out for 5 to 10 years, you're likely going to end up with a lot more money. Okay, so that key tip right there should make you guys thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, over your lifetime. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's on the longer term perspective. In the medium term, I am looking for a potential little bit of a pullback. So since we have that bearish engulfing, we're probably still going to chop a little bit. We have the FOMC rate decision tomorrow. They're probably just not going to change interest rates. So the market's just kind of probably going to just flop around. But if the S&P 500, if the SPY drops like 4 or 5%, this is like my heavy dip buy zone for the rest of 2025. Okay, so this is the game plan. I'm going to be buying heavy if SPY gets down to like 605 to 600. I'm not saying it will get there, but if it does, that's where I'm going heavy. Okay, and you'll likely know that the sell-off is starting to start once the VIX starts to break out and you start to see more green candles on the VIX. So the VIX, it's our volatility and fear index. When VIX is super high, that's where you see crazy ass ranges in the market. You'll see some fast selling orders. You'll see some big wicked squeezes, some big pumps. That's what happens when the VIX is high. When the VIX is low, that's where you tend to just get that choppy uptrend in the market. So that's going to be your hint that the market is starting to break down. But when we look at things like semiconductors, new all-time highs. We've been talking about NVIDIA, still like that long. I'd love to see if that could pull back. I'd love to buy a lot more NVIDIA. I like Broadcom, AVGO. And what's happening this week is big tech earnings. So we got a lot of earnings. So we got Apple reporting right over here. on the 31st. So in 2
Oh
days.
my God. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be gambling on earnings.
Lately,
I don't sports bet. The only gambling I do is gambling on earnings.
it's better than roulette, It's better than blackjack. You throw,
And it's legit gambling though. Like it's legit gambling because the stock they can have great earnings and it can still fall, right? So it's legit gambling.
Oh, straight up. And like everything that we do involving trading, it's to what degree is it a gamble? So
exactly.
To what degree? Earnings, way more of a gamble. Day trading, still kind of a bit of gambling, but you got setups, you've got your risk management. Swing trading, a little bit less gambling, and long-term investing, if you're willing to hold it out, it's even less of a gamble. So to what degree are you gambling in the market? And so that's where, if you're going to be on the heavier gambling side, if you're going to be taking some wild risks where the probabilities are a bit more unknown and it's a bit more out of your control, that's where you lower your position size, the more of a gamble it is. That's why for investing, you can increase your position size because it's less of a gamble. Right?
Yeah.
So Apple, if it starts to break over like 215, 220, it could start a new uptrend to all-time highs. However, Apple's been pretty weak, similar to like Tesla. Tesla's been a laggard, not really near its all-time highs. Keep an eye on Tesla, bearish underneath 300.
You know how I'm going. Everything's at all-time highs and Tesla's back there. That is ominous for the tech giant.
It is ominous. I think Elon's starting to work overtime now. He's sleeping on the floors again.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he needs to. He's like, oh shit, my business.
I mean, listen. I don't like to bet against Elon, right? It's just except for this time. This is the first time I ever bet against it. And I could be wrong and shit. It's the tism short, and that doesn't mean it won't recover and fucking take out these highs. But I think it's going to break down out of this symmetrical triangle.
Whether it goes up or down, you hedge your portfolio by taking a Tesla short. Because if the overall market tanks, Tesla's likely going to tank anyways. So you might as well hedge your portfolio, and you can place that bet by betting against Tesla. And then if the market tanks, Tesla tanks, and then you can kind of recoup some of the losses that you made from your other long stocks in your portfolio. So it's like a free hedge if you think about it. And there's a potential where Tesla can drop and the market goes up. That's even better. So you profit on the hedge and your regular stocks go up. Okay. So Microsoft is going to be reporting earnings. We've been talking about buying Microsoft heavy. Look at this fucking chart.
That's the craziest. That's one of the crazier charts I've ever seen.
You can put a ruler on this trend line.
Yeah. That's one of the crazier charts I've seen.
And this is where a trailing stop strategy prevails, where you can buy like a breakout, set your stop loss, just keep trailing it underneath the trend line.
Yeah.
You might have gotten tagged out right there, but if you wait for the candle close, you'd be good to go. Wait for the candle close. You probably would have gotten tagged out right there, but you would have rode it all the way from 420 up to 500 with no sweating. So that's a trail stop strategy if you can get one of these ruler trend lines, which is pretty cool. So that's Microsoft. If Microsoft dips after earnings, I'd like to buy it. So
especially if it goes down to that former breakout area.
Yeah, ideally it comes down to 463. It might not go that low, but something like 485 zone, that could be okay if it's getting there this week or next week. So I'd love to buy Microsoft if it could dip. We got Meta as well. Meta, if this could dip down to 650, maybe even down to 590. I love Meta dip buys near 590. Everyone's addicted to Instagram. They're going to be making some money from that. So I really like that. And then in terms of other markets, I alerted to Victory Trades members yesterday. I was saying, hey guys, oil's looking like it's going to break out. How's this day right here? Oil, big ass breakout. Not the most amount of volume, but this is more inflationary. So oil can be a slight measure of inflation in the overall economy. And so when oil prices are breaking out, you got that flat top resistance. We bought some USO call options yesterday. They're expiring Wednesday too. Super short term. Boom. Members profited really well. And you can trade crude oil futures, CL futures, just one contract making $2,000 to $3,000 if you're able to swing trade it, or you can trade MCL. So
The tiny one.
we like trading futures over here. Futures trading is going really, really well. It's getting better and better. You had a good morning live today, right, Brandon?
Oh yeah, man. So guys, if you join Victory with trades, you can trade with us live. And Greg left me hanging to do it by myself. We usually do it together. But it was all cool, man. No, the guys, the Victornators, we all made money. I shared my screen. It was good, you know. I traded on MNQ today because it was something weird going on with my computer, but we still won.
Yeah. MNQ today, just a quick little pump and dump, pretty much all day.
Bro. It pumped and then dumped, man.
Pump and dump.
Yeah.
The market be doing that sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. But we caught
those pump and dumps.
Yeah, I knew how you trade, and I was calling out your setups.
Okay,
and they did too. Yeah. Because
you like this little breakdown.
It was exactly that. I was like, yo, this is where Greg will go long, guys. Yep. And he was like, yo, the ghost of Greg profited today.
Yeah. That's what's cool about futures trading. Like, as you get more and more familiar with it, you get just used to different setups. And if it's not your setup, it doesn't mean that you don't have to take the trade, but you can just size down, you know, like you don't always have to take the same position size. Some people like taking the same position size for every trade, and that's totally fine. It's a little bit more systematic, but if you want to be a little bit more discretionary, you can do that, which is awesome.
If you want to learn how to trade futures and trade, like we're doing a live training, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, August 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Links in the description. We'll show you how to trade futures and get funded with a prop firm, because I trade with a prop firm. I don't trade with my own money. And we'll show you how you can get that, how we help our Victory Trader members get funded, because you have to pass an evaluation period where you have to like basically make a certain amount of profit before you can start trading with their money.
Yep.
And yeah, man, like we're going to break the whole thing down this next Wednesday, August 6th at 8 p.m. Click the link in the description. Join. Yeah,
we actually had some Victory Trades members get some funded accounts today. So that's super awesome. Yeah, that's exciting, because once you get funded, like that's kind of like your money now. You can take profits from that. It's so
exactly,
cool.
Man.
Like it's the best way to day trade.
I got 50 grand this month. I got 50 grand. Apex paid me 50 grand this month.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. That's amazing. Like that's more than like a traditional trader could make in like a year, even with like a 300K account, you know?
Yeah.
So
it was big money.
Like that's money. Actual bread. That's money in your pocket. Yeah. So yeah, come check it out. It's not for everybody, but maybe if you're at all curious, check it out. Yeah. So when we're looking at other markets, the dollar is starting to rally. And so this is like the value that your dollar holds. What's the value of your money in your savings account? And so that's starting to appreciate. And generally, the dollar and other assets that are denominated in dollars, like gold and silver, they tend to be inversely correlated. But right now, gold is holding up pretty well. So
it is, right?
It's holding up. You know, I'd like to buy.
I've been preaching gold all year.
Oh yeah, gold's been a fantastic investment with basically no pullbacks too. Like, look at this. There's like barely any pullbacks. Like this has been the pullback. All those little down arrows have been the pullbacks. So I'm bullish gold. I'm bullish silver. Just waiting for like a really good entry, kind of like what I was doing with oil. So I'd be bullish on those longer term. If we take a look at Bitcoin's still kind of stuck in its range. Bitcoin, this is going to be a massive breakout, whichever way it goes.
When it go, if it go, it can go either way, right? But if it goes up, bro.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine like all the crypto crazy people just
my God, they're gonna lose it. Nav's gonna lose his shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And they'll be like, see, I told you should have went all in.
Yeah, listen, man. I'll be happy too, because I've been dollar cost averaging into the shit, you know, for mad long.
Yeah, exactly.
So it'll be a good, because I'm dollar cost averaging, I don't care which way. In fact, I wouldn't mind if it went down.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I can get some more, you know.
Similar to
truth be told.
Similar to the S&P 500 long-term strategy, just dollar cost average. This is not advice. This is just what I'm doing and what Brandon's doing. And then if it gets oversold, that's just where you buy a little bit more.
Yeah,
you can buy more at better deals. You get a better average cost over time. And as long as it stays on a longer term uptrend, you make some really good loot. And you didn't have to do many crazy trading decisions or anything.
If it dumps from here, I'm going leap call options on the ETF. Yeah, on IBIT. I'm doing leap call options on IBIT if it dumps.
Yeah, I think that's a fantastic strategy. And you can do so many different strategies because it's a liquid market. So let's say you buy like the 66 strike call. It's only going to cost you like $2,300, and you get the ability to control 100 shares of IBIT at 66. And what's cool about that is you can buy multiple of them, and you can do what's called a poor man's covered call. So you can buy leap call options, and then you can sell a weekly covered call at whatever strike price. And you actually get to collect that premium because you use the long leap call as your 100 share collateral.
It's lit.
So that's pretty cool, you know, just something to consider. It's a little bit more advanced, but once you get it, it's not that hard. It takes like 2 minutes to execute every single week. So what's going on with Bitcoin, though, with this range is there's a lot of open interest getting accumulated. A lot of orders are stacking up. People are speculating long. People are speculating short. Whichever way it breaks, the other side has to give up, and they fuel that move. So that's why when you get into these tight ranges, it can be a bigger move. Now, there is a potential for a false breakout or a false breakdown. So it could snap up and then dump, or it could just break support just slightly and then rip. So just be mindful of that. The volume will be telling, and you guys can ask me questions about Bitcoin in the morning live trading. Okay. Lastly, I just want to bring up a few sectors that might be coming into rotation. I like URA. If this could get oversold on the daily, uranium. That's the uranium ETF. It's breaking out.
Nima, relax.
I know.
He was in uranium.
I know, right?
He wants to enrich it right now. It's in his blood. He can't help it.
Nima's salivating right now.
He wants to enrich it.
Hey,
it's been 2 weeks, man. He's itching.
So uranium, look for the oversold dip buy, and then XBI. This is the biotech sector. It's kind of fallen out of favor, but if it can start to catch up and come into rotation, I like XBI long over this 88.90 level. That's that flat top breakout on the daily. Okay. All right. So that's XBI/IBB. Any other stocks?
You got 2 super chats.
Oh, let's check it out.
Yeah.
PTHL fell 90% today. Yeah,
bro. Look, pull up the chart. It's one of the craziest charts you've seen in a long time.
This can happen.
Well, I have not seen nothing like that in a long time, man. What happened?
Oh, we can pull up the news. Halted on circuit breaker, bear cave issues report. Yeah, so it looks like a short report. So I can just pull up the article right here.
Like, I've never seen I don't know. I don't remember ever seeing anything like that.
Okay.
I've never seen something like that.
Manipulated by overseas stock manipulation groups at risk of a near-term stock collapse. So they put out this report, and then the stock did collapse. Okay, so they're talking about scammers. That can happen. You know, it's something that is real.
What the fuck is this company?
I'd have to double check. So we can check the Analyze tab on Thinkorswim. I've never heard of this company, by the way. So
I don't know what this is.
All right, it's a healthcare solutions provider. It develops
biotech.
Okay,
biotech does the biotech sector is one of the craziest sectors. It's biotech and then fucking meme coins. They're like just as crazy.
Yeah. There's a lot of legislative risk, you know, and if they get FDA approval or not, and that's just going to pump or dump the stock. There's a lot of insider trading too that goes on in biotech. Like a little birdie told me we're about to get FDA approval.
This shit is insane. Yeah. I never heard of this stock. I never heard of this company.
So when I actually talk about the XBI, that's an ETF, so you don't really have that single stock risk, and it tends to be the larger companies. But yeah, PTHL, yeah, that's good. That can happen, and especially
that looks like a meme coin rug pull, man.
Oh yeah,
don't it?
No, definitely. This is a rug pull, and you know when a stock goes from $1.32 up to 32, and
something's fishy, right?
You should know there's a red flag. Like, who the hell is buying up here? Like, you deserve to get rug pulled on if you're buying up here. Now, if you're buying like right here, that's an okay breakout. It's still risky, but you know, the later and later you get into a trend, it becomes what's called the greater fool theory. You're basically buying, just hoping somebody else buys it at a higher price so you can sell it to them at a higher price.
This is insane. This is insane.
It's kind of like the tulip mania. Like, people just kept buying tulips, and the price of tulips like went parabolic, and then it just crashed. That's why parabolic uptrends are risky, because at any point in time, this can happen.
They almost always reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greg Gallagher promoting. Yeah, I saw that. Oh, Greg's doing well.
Hey, man. Greg's on Greg. Yo, listen, man. Greg's only like 10 years late on this shit, man. Better late than never, you know what I'm saying?
It is something to be concerned about if non-financial professionals are starting to promote something. It doesn't mean that it's a top.
Greg's my boy, though. So, like, you know, and he can still be. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's like, listen, we know we're at the top. It's the stripper index. Yes. We know we're at the top when the fucking OnlyFans hoes and the strippers start talking about fucking stocks and crypto. That's how you know. That's how I timed the top of the COVID shit. I saw the hoes talking about it. I was like, oh, guys, we're buying puts.
No, definitely.
We're buying puts.
It's not perfectly accurate all the time, and definitely these people can be
right.
No, Bitcoin is still
the whore index is always right. You can't name a time it's been wrong. You can't name a time it's been wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's how. If you watch The Big Short, remember he went. That's how he found out that he was talking to the fucking stripper, and she said, "Yeah, I bought a bunch of properties with a loan." And he ran out the strip club. He said, "Yo, sell everywhere. We're in a bubble." It's the same shit.
Yeah, he needed to do some research. You know?
Yeah.
You got to do some research to find out if we're in a bubble or not.
Yeah.
Stripper buying Bitcoin or not?
No, yeah. All right. I do got a question. I want you to look at Berkshire Hathaway.
Yeah, it's been down a lot since
been shit in the bed
since Buffett left, right? So that's kind of been the catalyst lately.
Yeah.
So this is basically the day that Buffett left. Big ass gap down. You get a descending triangle where you have a big move down. You have a flat.
Did he leave or just name his successor?
I think he left.
Oh, all
Don't
right.
quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that he left.
I thought he just named his successor because he finna leave Earth, and not
any second now.
Not that, yeah. I mean, like any moment, right?
Yeah.
You know, which is cool. He's lived a good life. He did his thing.
Much respect to him.
Yeah, he killed that shit. But like, look at that compared to the sectors in XLE.
Yeah. XLE.
I'm sorry, XLF. I apologize. XLF.
Yeah, XLF. Yeah, XLF is still much stronger. XLF.
It was just at all-time highs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, much stronger. It's still not as strong as the S&P. Like the S&P is a little bit further up, but still, all you do, what you do in this case is so BRK/B. You can actually plot this. So put up relative strength. You actually literally type in relative strength, not the relative strength index, but just relative strength compared to SPX. And so you can see this as a graph. So this line right here, look at this, massive relative strength. The market was kind of going sideways while Berkshire was going up. Then you can start to see a little bit of a topping formation. Then once it had that gap down, now you can see a downtrend in relative strength. So the time to actually go long or buy into Berkshire is when you start to see a trend line break on the relative strength line compared to the SPX. This is actually what money managers do on IWM to note if we're going to be in a bull market. So look, IWM, Russell 2000.
I was just about to bring up the Russell.
Yeah, I'm still short, by the way. I'm short from up here. I'm short and looking to take profits into August. Look at this. Still just trash. Just dead sideways. You're in a really good, the start of a bull market. Money managers use the relative strength line. If it starts to break out, that's when you know, hey, okay, we could be in a strong bull market. And we've been in a good bull market. We're in a market environment where winner takes all, like the large cap tech stocks, Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, Google, those guys are just hoarding all the money. So we don't really need as much breadth as we used to back in the day. But still, it is something to just consider. If this starts to break down, we could see a sell-off into the broad market. Nothing crazy, 3 to 5%. Then I think it's a dip buy. No big deal. But use that relative strength. I use that every single week on Sunday when I'm constructing trade ideas for Victory Trades members. And it really helps us get into some good stocks. You can take a look at AMD. Look what happens to the relative strength line when it starts to break that downtrend. That's right here. It broke that relative strength line pretty much before the market did. And look at that. AMD goes beast mode, flies all the way up to 182, goes up 100% just by noticing the RS line trend break. Okay.
Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Pull up the QQQ.
Yeah. Let's check it out.
Is that a rising wedge formation?
It is. It's pretty rising wedge-ish. Here's the thing, though. Look at the relative strength line. It's still just strong. It's stronger than SPY. But it's not like a textbook one. It's not like pinching really well.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's making higher highs, but it's not getting like a ton of follow through. And so just keep an eye out. We have a bearish engulfing candle on more than average volume. The Qs are up after hours anyway, so it could just be a one-day wonder. But if we start to take out today's low, you could start to see the crack of that sell-off.
And then it's like if you pull up, I don't know, man. You pull up the MACD, there's a divergence. That looks like a rising wedge to me. I don't know, man. I just feel like nothing goes up in a straight line, right? Forever. It can't keep doing that forever.
It can't. Every day, just wake up.
It can't do that forever.
Wake up NQ long. Wake up NQ long. Yeah,
you see it?
For MACD, you're going to get similar divergences as the RSI. But yeah, you can kind of see, it's like just looking at like the histogram, you want to connect your peaks. So here's our peaks. And it's been on like a divergence for a while. And it's been making lower peaks. My MACD is a little bit goofy. I've got some weird ass settings. But yeah, RSI is kind of just making, RSI is just not a huge divergence, but it's just kind of going flat. And it's hella overbought. So it would be like normal to see a pullback. Like nobody should be like,
it hit all-time highs today. Yeah. It hit all-time highs today.
That's the thing. Like the market climbs the wall of worry. If too many people are looking for a drop, there's not enough orders and liquidity to actually let it drop. They need some trapped buyers to really let it drop. So sometimes what you'll see at the end of an uptrend is you'll see it creep up, have a big ass spike day. Okay, that's kind of the top. They needed that liquidity to kind of really flush it. So that could happen maybe for FOMC on Wednesday. See, here's the thing too, like big cap tech earnings is just going to have so much of an effect on this. If Apple has a beast ass earnings report, boom, you'll just see NASDAQ just fly back up.
Yeah.
Microsoft.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Right. You know how that should be.
Oh, yeah. Big ass earnings reaction, I should say. They could have
because you don't know.
Stock and
we gambling on earnings, guys. If you're down to gamble with us, let us.
I'll post some earnings trade ideas over here. I posted Google. I posted some other ones on Netflix. I posted some SPX Iron Condors. We made some good loot. The trade ideas channel. And of course, there'll be actual trade alerts for higher probability trades.
Yeah. I think you should trade, invest, and do a little bit of gambling for fun. Like I like to gamble on earnings for fun. Whatever happens, happens, right?
Yeah. Risk. Like you can do trades where you only risk like $50. You can make like $150, $200 if you like pick like the perfect landing zone. You can do iron condors. You can do debit spreads.
All types of
spreads. You can go crazy if you just understand options.
Yeah. Well, listen, guys. I think that's it, man. Greg, thank you so much, man. Guys, if you want to learn how to trade with us, how we trade futures, we're doing a live training this next Wednesday, August August 6th at
August
8 p.m.
6th.
Eastern Standard Time. Last time was a lot of fun. And yeah, man, show you how to trade and where you don't need a lot of money, man. Trade the way I've been trading with funded futures accounts. So we'll teach you all about it, man. It's lit.
It is lit. I hope to see you
All
guys
right.
there.
All right, bro.
Thanks for having me, Brandon. Peace out.
All right, peace. All right, guys. I think that's it, man. Only got 10 minutes left. I ain't even got 10. Listen, guys, I think we're going to end it here because I don't have time to go into anything else. But listen, we do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Holla at y'all.